Taurus, and welcome to your reading for September the 4th through September the 10th. And I want to thank you. You guys really showed me a lot of love last week. You liked my video, you commented on it, and you subscribed. So I want to thank you in advance for doing the same thing, liking, sharing, commenting, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I just want to quickly mention Louise Hay's passing, and she was such an inspiration and a real influence in my life. She really inspired me. She's like the grandmother of self-help, you know. I used a lot of her tools in my coaching business, and I so appreciate her. And sorry to see her go, but think of that one. I think of her as an ascended master now. She's transitioned, and we can tap into that energy when we meditate. How wonderful is that? So without further ado, I've already meditated, and I shuffled the cards till they flew out, and these flew out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you got 8 cards because 2 came out for Sunday. So without further ado, let's go to the first card. And the first card on Monday is the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords, out of all the knights, knights means movement. So fast-moving energy, right? This is fast-moving energy. And out of all the knights, he's the champion for justice. So you may have a decision on Monday to make, and remember that every decision you make has a karmic value. So I always feel that this is like a karmic card, because listen, he's swift, he judges fast, and he just, he'll just, chop your head off if he thinks that you're doing something wrong and underhanded. So, be a champion for change, or be the victim of change, be the victim of the Knight of Swords. So this is saying, if you have a decision on Monday, right, this is a general reading, and also I just want to mention this is for your sun, moon, and rising. So if you know your moon and rising, there'll be links to other videos down below. And if you remember, this is a general reading. If you want a personal reading, that's also information in the description box. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. So if you have a decision on Monday, this is saying make the right decision for the right reason. Think about your decisions as being, try to put yourself in a neutral position, right? And think of the results of your decision as being for the good for everyone, for the higher good of everyone. So don't think of it in selfish terms, because that may not be the right decision. So really, really come to this decision in neutrality and justice. Be fair and just and honest about the situation. Okay, so that's the energy on Monday, Taurus. Excuse me. And then on Tuesday, we have the star, right? And the star to me is just, this is beautiful. Well, you know what's interesting, right? Because the star is like, she's bringing light into a dark situation. She's sprinkling stars and shedding light on the situation. But we've got this new moon coming up in Pisces, which is going to shed the light on things. This is like a healing, a deep spiritual and can be physical healing card. I always feel that the star is, a healing, a cosmic healing card. and she's spreading light. So she represents hope. This is hope. Don't lose, and look, I picked that stone out. Before I do the readings, right, in these videos, I have all these stones, and my eyes are drawn to certain stones, and this was one of them, hope. And she represents hope. And she's definitely, this is a spiritual and physical healing for you. And it's interesting, when we go to sleep, we can ask our angels and guides and to come in and heal us while we're sleeping. It's the best time to heal us, but we have to invite them in. So, always do a protection, ask for Archangel Michael to protect you, and then invite angelic energy in to heal you while you sleep. That's a really good thing to do, and that's actually what I got from the star. Now on Wednesday, we have the Tower. Now the Tower is change. It's like the tower is going to burn down. Now, this is the same thing, right? You can be a champion for change and change this. You know that something needs to change. You know you've got to let go of something and you've got to move on. And that's what this full moon in Pisces is about. It's about releasing, right? Releasing, and so that you can move on unencumbered. So this is releasing. This is really allowing the forces to take you where you need to go, because listen, it's going to be taken away anyway, so you may as well let it go. It's much better to let something go than to have it ripped out of your hands, as you're hanging on to it. So on Wednesday, you're being asked, don't hang on to things. Look, things need to go. You know that things need to go. So instead of, being the victim of change, be a champion for change. You make the change independently so that it's not going to be as devastating as when it's ripped from your, hands holding onto it too tightly. So this is definitely, and this is 16, right? 16 is definitely a karmic number, and 1 and 6 reduces down to 7. 7 is introspective, which takes us into Thursday, the Hermit, which is all about going inside. Now, this whole new moon, this full moon is such an opportunity to go inside and really connect with source energy. It's really important. It's never been so important as it is now, to go inside. Get used to that connection with source. Go inside. I'm going to do a guided meditation that I'm going to put out maybe next week or the week after, soon anyway. I'm going to work on that this week. To help people to connect with source energy within, because we have to get comfortable in that connection. We're going to need it. Things are, going to get tumultuous, and there's a lot going on the planet. We're moving into the age of Aquarius, right? And when we move from one age to another, there's a lot of turmoil, and the energy is being uplifted, and there's so much going on that we are going to need to go in. Now, when you go inside and you connect with source energy, there's no worry, there's no fear, there's no anxiety. There's only peace, love, and harmony. Now, if all of us go in and we experience that peace, love, and harmony, that energy, it's like, okay, imagine one snowflake and how beautiful and unique it is and how delicate it is. And they're all unique. They've got these incredible patterns. If you've ever seen them through a telescope, just gorgeous. If you touched one of those snowflakes, it would just disintegrate, melt, and die. It's just not there anymore. Imagine what happens when a whole load of those snowflakes gets together. It can put a big city like New York at a standstill. It's the same with going inside and meditating. When we're feeling that energy of peace, harmony, and love, and the more that feel that peace, harmony, and love, the more it radiates out into the world globally, and we will have peace and harmony and love globally. One person meditating at a time. That's the way to do it. Anyway, so be a champion for change. Go inside, connect with source energy, and look, when you come out, hold the light and show people the way. You know, this isn't about isolating. This is about retreating from society and going within. You know, this is about solitude, not isolation, but solitude, going in, being quiet. Praying is talking to God. Meditation is listening. All the answers are within, guys. And then, right, so that's Thursday and Friday, we've got the Four of Swords, which is overthinking. This is the mental realm, right? So this is like compulsive thinking. It's being in your head and going over and over and over in scenarios, and it's exhausted you. So when this card comes up, it's saying, listen, go inside so you're not exhausted mentally, right? Which affects you physically. This is reminding you, listen, get the rest. But go, take a respite. This is like, go away and connect within. Go within. You need that rest. You need to stop overthinking things. You need to connect your mind with your heart. And the only way to do that is to go within, because you can think things through, and it's like the monkey brain, what we call in meditation the monkey brain, that just takes over, and it's the insane part of us. It's like the lunatics have taken over the asylum, right? So when we go within and we connect our mind with our heart, we make really intelligent decisions, and we make it from a place of love, harmony, and peace. So then on Saturday, we have the 10 of Wands. Darling, let go of that bundle. Put that weight down, it's holding you back. You need to let go of it. You need to delegate. You know, I always say this is like the people-pleasing card. You've kind of told people that you can do something, you've overpromised, and you just can't do it. You can't do it all. It can also, I always say, it can be micromanaging. You could be in charge of these people, and you're so involved and enmeshed in what they're doing and controlling that you kind of drop the ball on your own responsibilities. You have to trust your team, and you have to step back, and you've got to delegate. You've got to really look at the situation honestly, really be honest about it. What can you do? What can you drop? And sometimes it's making that uncomfortable call, saying, listen, I'm sorry, I know I said I could do it, and I really believed it at the time, but, you know, in all honesty, I can't. I'm going to need this extra time. Or, you know, I totally understand if you want to go with someone else, but I really hope that you will come back to me next time. You really have to make those uncomfortable calls here. So this is about realizing what you can do. And it's also, you know, it's about asking for help. So, you know, delegation is asking for help. If you're doing too much and you're being like a martyr almost, right? Oh, I'll do it. You know, they should have asked me. Guess what? Some people just don't, you know, they don't think of asking. They think, oh, wow, you're doing a really good job on your own. You know, and you're in your head thinking, they didn't even ask me if I need help. You know, that people can't read your mind, okay? Taurus, you need to ask for help, but you need to delegate. And don't let go of the control. You don't have to control everything. You don't have to do everything. You can ask for help. Now, on Sunday, we had two cards come up, and we've got the Nine of Swords, right? And the Nine of Swords is like being in your head. It's like the worst case scenario going over and over and over again. And, you know, this card's coming up and it's saying, get out of your head. You know, get out of your head. It's sleepless nights. It's like, you know, but it's almost like the end of a situation. So this is saying to you, listen, let go of this overthinking. You know, it's like here too, you know, you've got to let go of this. You know, things, it's almost like you've got to connect your mind with your heart. That's what I'm getting. Connect your mind with your heart. This is like new beginnings for you, right? So this came out with it. These two are together. You have to look. You don't go over the worst. What if this happens? What if this? Drop all that. You've got to let this go. Throw this out with the bathwater. This is like letting this go in the moon in Pisces. Let it go of the negative, compulsive, worst case scenario thinking in your head. And think of this as a wonderful, exciting adventure, right? So instead of like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What if this happens? What if that happens? I don't know what's going to happen. You know, none of us know. The only guarantee in life is change. That's it. So you could be this guy and in total faith and say, wow, this is going to be exciting. I wonder where it's going to lead me. This is going to be great. You know, this guy will jump off a cliff and just know that the wind will support him like a leaf falling off a tree, gently, gently floating down. That's what he believes, right? Believe. And this is hope again. This is hope and just, you know, dreaming that wonderful dream, you know, believing, you know, being in love. The highest vibration is love. Come from a place of love. Now, so that's Sunday, the energy. Drop this and be in this wonderful, like, oh, this is going to be exciting. This is going to be an adventure. I'm going to love it. Drop the judgment. And drop the, oh my God, what if, worst case scenario. That's going to cause you sleepless nights. Go out there and really enjoy this journey, this adventure. This is exciting. It's a new beginning, and who knows where it's going to lead you. And that's the energy you've got to be in, right? Anyway, Taurus, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you, and I love you all. Mwah! Have a wonderful, blessed, abundant, worry-free week, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.
For a personal reading, please email Mary at liveinthesolution.com.